Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another video. So today, this video, I want to talk about my experience of using henna. I ordered a pack of henna from Henna Sooq, an online vendor that of course specifically caters to different henna powders and other Ayurvedic powder treatments for hair and for body work. So when I went on the website, I decided to order the Henna Sooq Red Raj henna powder because I was curious to see if I would be able to pick up on any pigment of crimson in my hair once doing the treatment. Spoiler alert, I didn't really get much color in my hair. I don't know if the camera's really picking up on what my hair looks like right now, and we're kind of in low light because this is towards the evening time. But I didn't really get much color for my hair, which is okay. All the other benefits that are contained with using henna or Ayurvedic treatments I was able to get with this packet. So my hair definitely feels softer, it definitely feels fortified, it feels definitely a lot stronger. I noticed with the tangling as well, I didn't have as much broken little hair strands, and I'm typically really careful with how I detangle. Sometimes mechanical damage will happen even with the best of techniques, because I'm using a tool and I'm manipulating my hair. But I really found there was less broken hair while I was detangling. I found that my curls really felt fortified, and overall the treatment was a positive one for me. And I also made sure to add a lot of moisturizing properties to my henna treatment. So anyways, I'll just go over briefly in this video what I did as far as prepping the henna and putting it in my hair. So right off the bat, I laid out everything that I needed. So I started off with, of course, the henna powder itself, and then I mixed it with aloe vera powder, which is fantastic as far as moisturizing your treatments. So if there's any time that you want to kick up the moisture level in any treatment that you do to your hair, add aloe vera powder. I've been using that long before even I started getting into Ayurvedic practices. Aloe vera powder is wonderful. So I use some aloe vera powder. In addition to that, I also put in coconut oil. So I put in 2 heaping melted tablespoons of coconut oil because I really wanted to boost up the moisturization factor of the treatment, because henna can be really drying. In addition to the coconut oil, I also used 2 tea bags of organic hibiscus tea because of the lovely, beautiful crimson red color it has, and I wanted it to bring out a little bit more of the dye properties of the Red Raj henna, even though in the after effect there really isn't much difference in my hair color now. In addition to the hibiscus tea, I also put in vitamin E oil, a few drops, and then lastly I put in some essential oils to just kick up the aroma of the treatment. So I used clove bud essential oil and as well sage oil, which also have a lot of therapeutic benefits for the scalp and hair, and they both smell really great. So I just put in a few drops of that, mixed everything together, and I let the henna set for about 4 hours or so. I set it aside just so the dye of the henna could release, and typically the mixture should look like a cake batter when it's all said and done. Now you don't have to add all the stuff that I added to henna. You could simply use warm water, but they do say to help with the release of the dye, it helps to use like green tea or apple cider vinegar, something acidic, or just some form of warm water with your treatment. But I chose to do all of that just because I wanted to see how it would be like. Anyways, I set it aside, and it was very much like a cake batter, yogurt-like texture, because I didn't want it too runny so it wouldn't make a mess, and I didn't want it too thick that it couldn't spread easily in my hair. I set it aside, let it sit for 4 hours or so, returned to it, and then I applied it to my hair. So I made sure I shampooed, cleansed my hair, and then I just applied it all over my hair, and I let it sit for about 4 to 5 hours. So it's definitely a full day process. It's not just a pick up and go type treatment, so you definitely need to set out some time for it. And then once I was said and done, I deep conditioned, and I would definitely recommend no matter how much moisturizing agents you put in your treatment, if you're going to do henna, definitely follow up with a conditioner. Definitely follow up with a conditioner. But yeah, I washed out all of the henna. I co-washed to make sure that it all came out, and I'm not someone that likes co-washing in general. As a rule of thumb, I avoid it, but definitely for henna treatments, you need that moisture brought back in the hair, and you need that henna out because it will stick. It will stick to all crevices of your hair and scalp. And then I did a deep conditioning treatment, and after that, I set my hair up in perm rods, and here we are 2 days later with my hair as so. So overall, I really liked how it felt in my hair. Again, it felt fortified. My hair, it feels soft right now. It definitely's got some life to it. But unfortunately, I didn't get much of a red tint in my hair, but also I have to bear in mind that I have very naturally dark colored hair, and typically I think with henna treatments, they will work really well with those that have really light colored hair or who have a lot of gray hair. I think the dye release and the pigment can pick up a lot more in that type of hair versus jet black hair like I have. But you probably could maybe see some color if you were to do the treatment more than once. So they say maybe every 4 to 6 weeks you should do henna treatment, and then eventually you'll start to see maybe some color difference in the hair. But overall, it was a decent experience. I didn't make too much of a mess with it, and my hair came out feeling and looking, in my opinion, a lot better. So I definitely will revisit it again. Maybe I'll try a different form of powder, henna powder, in the future. But if you're curious of trying henna, I would definitely go with Henna Sooq. They have 100% certified USD organic henna powder, and it definitely was high quality. It was definitely well sifted. There wasn't anything funny in the powder that I saw, and for me it worked relatively well. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day and a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Alright, take care and bye.